What's up, guys? Welcome to the show. Welcome to the podcast. This is Strength for Today's Man. We are in volume 97. Today, I want to welcome you. First of all, thank you for tuning in today. Thank you for showing up in a big way. Thank you guys for listening to the audio. Thank you for watching the video. I'm still trying to learn a lot about this platform and how I can bring more value to you guys and attract new listeners, attract new viewers. So this is a work in progress, and I thank you guys for being with me during this time. I want to read from Matthew 28, 16 and 17. And what I want to talk about today is some will, some won't. Now, yesterday we talked about it's your choice. Faith or doubt. It's your choice. You can believe or not believe. Today, it says the 11 disciples went to Galilee, to the mountain where Jesus had told them to go. When they saw him, they worshiped him, but some doubted. Some will, some won't. Some people are going to believe, some people won't believe. Some people are going to be excited, some people will not be excited. Some people will follow you, some people won't follow you. Some people will like you. Some people will not like you. I truly believe that this, without a doubt, is one of the greatest passages in the New Testament. Now, granted, there are a lot of great passages in the New Testament, but I like to imagine seeing the disciples arrive to the top of this mountain covered in dust, tired, some of them confused. Some of them don't know what's going to happen. Some of them is like, okay, I'm going to just follow you guys. And I like to be really dramatic because I was in theater. I was in acting and modeling for 10 years. So sometimes I'm really dramatic and, I like telling stories. But here, this really set the scene for me because I can see these disciples rushing up this mountainside, pushing each other, trying to get there first, teasing those that are lagging behind. And I mean, they are just getting up this mountain. Can you imagine yourself running up this mountain or trying to climb up this mountain and people are trying to move you out the way or you're trying to move them out the way? That's what I picture. That's what I imagine. Now, when they get to the top of the mountain, I'm sure they didn't really understand what was going on. Jesus said, just go to the mountain. At the top of this mountain, Jesus is there. He is standing with them. Now, think about that. He didn't climb this mountain. He just appeared. But there he was standing with them, present, powerful, and purposeful. These are three impacting words that you need to develop in your life right now. You need to be present, you need to be powerful, and you need to be purposeful. These are deep, motivating, thought-provoking words. Matthew tells us that when they saw him, some of them worshiped. Others were amazed that he was there, but amazingly, some doubted. Some will, some won't. The word doubt here means to stand in two places. So in other words, what I'm saying is they were there physically, but spiritually and emotionally, they were somewhere else because they were still trying to figure all of this out. Jesus had been crucified, he had risen from the dead, and now he's getting ready to ascend into heaven. And now they're on top of this mountaintop and Jesus is there with them. And they're like, really trying to figure this thing out. You're going to have people in and around your life trying to figure you out, trying to figure out what you're offering, trying to figure out who you are, trying to figure out what your spill is, trying to figure out what you're trying to tell them to buy in business, in ministry, trying to figure out what you're really teaching, trying to figure out who you really are as a man of God or a woman of God. So there's a lot of variables in there. And here the disciples were in a little area of doubt. And just like we said yesterday, doubt isn't always a bad thing because it challenges you and it pushes you to strengthen your faith. So here you have gathered in front of Jesus was the full spectrum of discipleship. This is like the team rally. This is like the meeting after the meeting. You know, I came from network marketing, and I was a part of one of the largest teams on the network marketing company that I was with. And we would always have the team meeting after the team meeting. What would they call those? We call them the breakout sessions. And so here I consider this one of the most prolific breakout team meetings in biblical history, because here they are on top of this mountain with Jesus gathered. This is the full spectrum of discipleship, from passionate worshipers to those who were troubled, doubting, and confused. They were all in the midst. And just like in business, you're going to have those type of people in your organization. You're going to have those type of people in your ministry, those that are passionate worshipers, those that are troubled, and those that are confused, because they're still trying to figure out the vision. They're still trying to figure out where they're going, where you're going, if they decide to go with you or not. It's so many things that's happening in this particular scripture here. What's absolutely staggering is that Jesus doesn't make their current reality a prerequisite of his Great Commission. Because you know that's what this is. This is the Great Commission. He's getting ready to commission them for a task at hand, for a purpose at hand, for the job at hand. He's getting ready to commission them. When you are in business and you are rallying the troops together, you want to give them a great commission on how to move forward, how to proceed forward. If you are in the group, if you're one of the recruits, you are there to hear the next assignment, to hear the next commission in your job. If you're in ministry, you rally the troops together, you rally the team together and say, okay, this is the vision. This is the direction that I feel God is directing us to go. Some people will, some people won't. They'll follow you. Some won't follow you. There's two reasons people will do business with you or won't do business with you, and that's you. People like you for who you are. People don't like you for who you are. People will follow you because it's you. People won't follow you because it's you. But here, Jesus is getting ready to give them their instructions, their marching orders, because if you read Matthew 28, past 16 and 17, you'll see exactly the instructions that Jesus gave his followers to go out and change the world. People are looking to you for change. People want change. You got to be able to give people instructions to say, okay, this is the direction you need to go. If you're in sales, you're trying to help your clients move into an area that's going to benefit them the best. True or true? So here, you want to sit them down and explain to them clearly what their policy is about, what their program is about, what the business is about, all spectrum here, all areas of life. Naturally, spiritually. If you're in ministry, you want to sit your team down and you want to instruct them on where the ministry is going. You want to sit your team down and share with them your heart and let them know, hey, I can't do this alone. We need to do this together. Now, some will, some won't. That's just all a part of it. In our business and network marketing years ago, our motto was some will, some won't. So what next? You just go on to the next one. You cannot sit around babysitting people that don't want to do anything. You can't sit around babysitting people that don't have initiative to motivate themselves. You only work with the willing. That was something that I learned early in business. Work with the willing, naturally and spiritually. Because that's what I deal with on these devotions, naturally and spiritually in the business realm. Work with people that are willing. Work with the willing. Work with those that want to do. Work with those that want to grow. Work with those that want to achieve. Work with those that want to be promoted. Work with those that want to make money. Work with those that want to change their family. Work with those that want to change the outlook of their generational wealth. In ministry, work with those that have that desire and that heart to work in ministry. Work with those volunteers that want to make a difference in the world, want to make a difference in the community, want to make a difference in their neighborhood, want to make a difference in their home. Those are the people that you really want to work with, because it's like this. If you have to beg and plead for people to show up, you're going to continuously beg and plead people to show up for the meeting, show up for service, show up for Bible study, show up for this, show up for that, show up for the team meeting. You don't want that. That's too much energy. That's too much stress on anyone trying to build something for the better. So Jesus is commissioning them to go out and change the world. Clearly, there's enough room on Team Jesus for those who are struggling. Truly, there's enough room on Team Jesus for those that have doubt. Truly, there's enough room on Team Jesus for those that are dealing with all types of drama and issue. Not everybody's like you, got your life all together. There are some of us that are still struggling and still trying to figure it out, but there's still enough room for all of us on Team Jesus. Some will, some won't. Let me close with this. Lord, I'm just like these disciples on any given day. I can move from faith to doubt and back to faith again. Thank you that you know that and you call me to your mission regardless of your situation, regardless how you feel about yourself, regardless of where you are right now in your job or in your ministry or in your life. God knows. And there's still enough room on Team Jesus. Now, granted, we all know some will, some won't. So what next? Move on down the road. This is Strength for Today's Man, Volume 97. Thank you guys for being here today. Subscribe to the channel, like the channel, share the channel. You don't want to keep it to yourself. Share the wealth. I'll see you on the next podcast. You guys be blessed.